Alright, what's up fam? It's Cousin Jimmy. So right now another project that we're going to be working on is we're going to be swapping doorknobs. I just recently got a request that they wanted to take this doorknob, put it on a different door, and take the old one and put it on this door. So we're going to do a quick swap. One of the reasons for that is because they wanted to reorganize which door got which key. And I figured this would be a good exercise for us to show how we can take apart a doorknob, what tools we're using to do that, and the view of the process and how pretty simple it can be to just make a quick swap like that. So stay tuned, I'll show you us going through that process. Alright, so to take apart this door, we're going to start by unscrewing the screws. As you can see, there are screws here, we have screws here and here, and we have screws on the door, on the door faceplate here and here. But because we're only doing a swap of the door knobs, we don't have to take apart the whole assembly. What we're actually going to end up doing is just disassembling this here, taking the screws out, taking it apart, and we'll be able to leave this faceplate on. This as well. So this guy will only come out, and then we'll put it on the other door and do the same thing in reverse. So as I look at it, I realize that I can just take this piece off, swap this out by itself because it's the one with the actual locking mechanism for the key, put it on the other door, swap that one because it should be the same exact model, in which case I don't have to remove anything else, and then we'll be in and out of this in just a matter of minutes. So we'll leave this here for now, and we'll investigate the other door situation and see what that looks like. So right now we're currently looking at the other door, and they look virtually identical. So we're going to go ahead and install this one. This might be a quick swap. So, looks exactly the same as the other one, but realizing that the locking piece comes off fairly easy, I'll go ahead and keep the two married pieces together and swap them both. So let me go to the other door, get that one. I guess I'll bring you guys along with me. So there's the original piece that came off of this door. There we have it. So we'll go ahead and put the swap door piece on here. So when we're installing a doorknob, we need to make sure that the pieces matches up correctly. From the look of it, you can see how we have this crescent on the right side of it, and then we have these holes over here, and the cylinder in the middle here. So what we want is for this to all match up inside that keyhole. Well, for the doorknob. So you see that? Right now it's not matching, so we'll go ahead and rotate that until it mirrors that door. But we're going to flip it because we're going to rotate this because this is the outside piece. So as you can see here, now the curve is on this side, it matches with this hole, and we're going to go ahead, line it up and put it in. We'll give it a little wiggle, and there we go. So if you look closely, you can see it's in the hole now. Now we need to make sure all three holes line up and come through on the other end. There we go. So same thing with here. So those 3 holes needs to come into these 3 slots. We'll match it up accordingly and put it in place. There we go. Now in the reverse order, we'll take the drill pieces, the screws, line them up to those 2 holes. So we'll first start by screwing it in with the fingers, just until we get that bite. Same thing on the other side. All right, we got that bite. Now I need to get my drill. All right. So I always bring it back to like 5 or 10, just to make sure I don't strip the screw. I always drill this down mostly, not all the way. And then I go to the other side. We're gonna drill this in place. So the reason why I do that is because you don't want it to be kind of lopsided as it starts to come together. So now that we got it mostly in place, I'm gonna do this one all the way down. I'm gonna come over here and do this side. And now we're done. So let's move on to the other one now. So we're gonna take our drill.
For you, Daddy.
Oh, thank you.
Take this.
No! Go play, I'm almost finished.
I'm giving you Band-Aids.
Oh, thank you. Alright, go play. Alright, so we already stored one door. We didn't have to take off the faceplate or the thing on the side of the door latching mechanism as well. So we're going to take our drill. We're going to take the door mechanisms for this door and move to the other one. So we're going to go about the same process. Alright guys, so now we just did a swap of the doorknobs. We didn't have to take everything apart. It was a pretty straightforward operation. Most of the pieces were all there. Fortunately, it was identical doorknobs, so all we did was just swap the handles from one door to the next. Now the keys that functions for these will work for the opposite doors, part of the swap, and that's it.